that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Before 10 in the morning, we're barely alive. We're like ghosts, we're like spirits, and then coffee arrives. Then heroes awaken and stand by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. But the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may beat down and may bake the world dry, but we stand by our neighbours and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my hall. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat of my heart and the heart of my song. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it. Song on my lips and ears that'll hear it. Fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. So fill up your tankards and fill up your lungs. Leave no words unspoken and no song unsung. Make noise for your heroes, your kith and your kin. Sing out their names and the...
So Ryan jumped in immediately with General of My Heart. So thanks, Ryan. Literally the first thing I saw. Hello, everybody. Welcome to whatever this is. We have the wonderful, the delicious Mr. Nick. If you say that he looks so much healthier and happier, you are allowed to hate him for it. I do. He is flying. He is flying at the moment. He has a new squeeze, and he is doing really well. And look at that glowing face right next to me. Oh dear. Jean de Sarvis followed by you two handsome chaps. We are spoiled. I just got here, no idea what it is, but yeah, I hate him too. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.
So I'll do my first bit of advertising because this has been a running joke on my Instagram. So Foster's for all your LARP needs. Someone clip that. I'm going to send it to Foster's to see if I can get free beer. Fucking hell. I'm so tired. I am unsupervised tonight. My wife is currently on a work team building thing on the Isle of Wight. She'll stand at a mile away because she only has 10 toes. Yes, so I don't even think I've got I've got Ryan as a mod. That's fine. I don't even know if Ryan remembered he was a mod. My mods don't. But yeah, so what we're going to do, I had this idea yesterday that I thought it'd be something quite nice to do. I had a few chats with people, and I was looking at my group, and I thought, you know what, they're fucking amazing. And then I was talking to other people of another well-known group in the Empire, and I realised, you know what, they're amazing as well. So all the people I knew on the Isle of Wight had all 10 toes. They were webbed, but they had 10. There we go. Twitch tormenting me with chat and football adverts. Don't get me started on the adverts. I can't even turn them off anymore. I'm not allowed. So, hey Hayden. So what I figured it would be really good to do is, because I know there's a lot of new people who want to start groups, get involved in groups, interested in the logistics of doing it all. And Nick here is one of the founders of the Crimson Reapers.
Yeah, Kate the Reapers.
So it's the perfect person to have on, and I asked him if he wanted to come on stream about I think about 7 hours ago. So, you know, a very good person, well worth knowing. There's a lot of stuff that's happened at Empire. A lot of find out in play stuff that we can't really jump on. So we'll have to be quite careful with some stuff when it comes to talking about the game and bits. But I know we've done this before, and I know we'll be fine with it all. So if anyone sees Helen turn up in chat, then just tell her I'm misbehaving, really. Feel free to message her. That's all right. She'll love that. Steve's not behaving himself. You've gone away. How dare you? So yeah, I've got some beers in the fridge and I'm good to go. And you can tell she's not been here. Do you know what I've had to eat today? I've had 2 bowls of cereal. That's it. I'm not looking after myself. I'm such an idiot. But still. So yeah, so I figured it would be a nice one to have a little chat about groups, how they got started, inspirations, and things like that, and a little bit of advice for how to keep everybody involved. Get some protein in you. Kebab shops are open. That is a great idea, Pete. That is such a good idea, my friend. Hey, Alex, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, so how long have the Crimson Reapers actually been a group for now?
Oh, good question. I see 7 years. 6? Yeah, a while.
6, 7 years.
Yeah, the first group I created because I was a E1 player.
Yeah.
A different character, and I created the Ashen Tower. And then after a while, I left that and started the Crimson Reapers.
Excellent.
And that ended up being me and 6 others.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hello, Bolam. How you doing, handsome? Well, is it your back that's gone? You said you were lying on the floor recovering, so I assumed it was your back. He said that on Friday. So I hope you're doing all right. Hey, Jazz, and oh look, everyone, Dolly's here. Yay! Hey, Dolly. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're good. You were missing game time. My neck is still being a bastardo. Well, take it easy then, mate. Just have to rest up. That's all you can do. Hot towel around your neck, that helps. But so 6, 7 years, and then you came from another group to this. But better needed a good week to chill out. Shame I had to work. Yes, yeah, I can imagine. Hey, Steph. There's a lot of Reapers here, and we've got a few of the Plowshare as well, which is good. Loving the nips. Yes, I know. If only my nips were over there. But yeah, it's... I found that... I don't know if you'll agree with me on this. Groups, for me, have been instrumental in getting more involved in game. Not just at Empire, but I'm going to say at any LARP whatsoever. If it's just it's not just about having a group to be in the field with. It's an OC group as well. And I think, the Reapers have been a wonderful force for good, I think is the best way to describe them, because I get a lot of messages from a lot of players who say, I had a shit event, I had an amazing event, this person was great, this person was terrible, blah 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 blah. I just realised something. Giraffe Sniper, that's an amazing name. Good evening, lovelies. Oh, that's oh shit, I'm so bad. I've forgotten her name. I want to say Katie, I think. I'm just trying to find my chat. There we go, so I can turn that off. Emily, that's the one. I'm fucking awful at this. I'll retire. Um, so yeah, I get a lot of people who message me and say that like my group's not working out, this isn't going well, and stuff like that. Funny enough, I had someone come up to me last event, literally in the field. They came and sat down with me and had a drink, and they all said, well, this person said how amazing your group was. They were having a
Very
real.
kind. Who are they? And
Nope.
I'll make sure that I pay them enough.
The old jokes are the best. Love
know.
it. They literally just said that they were having a real shit time, and all they wanted to do was leave. And someone in the Reapers, they didn't say who. Oh, I'm getting a bit of. I can hear myself through your.
Not for me.
Yeah. Thank you, Dolly.
Better now?
Probably. Yes, much better. They said that they wanted to leave, and as they were just mooching around looking miserable, someone from the Reapers saw them, sat them down, they had a drink, just had a long chat, and they sort of G'd them up a bit and kept them in the field for the rest of the event. So and it was only because they knew that I've had you on, I've had Dolly on, and Bolam and people like that. So they know that I get on well with a lot of people in the Reapers. So they wanted to come over and just to say, can you like pass this on? Obviously, I remembered to do it immediately.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So only took a week, but yeah, it was so cool. It was so nice to hear, not just for your group, but if I hear from anyone. So it was like I got to say to the old Empress Lisabetta, the player, that people were saying how much she was missed as the Empress. So it's phenomenal.
It was amazing.
She was great.
So good. Yeah.
She was so good. So when it comes to your group, then I see the bribes have been working. Yes, Bolan, they have been doing really, really well. My birthday money has been put to good use. I forgot what I was talking about. So as you've got everything together, because how many people are in the Reapers now? It's a lot.
We can have 30-ish players.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you keep everybody together then? How do you? I mean, I know you've got a Discord.
Yeah.
And that, but how do you keep everybody enjoying the game? That's the big one. How do you keep everyone involved? How do you keep everyone interested?
Yeah. So first of all, it's something that slowly developed over time, and it wasn't something that I just came up with. Everyone in the group helps collectively into making it a better organized thing.
Yeah.
Especially like recently, James has been doing loads to helping the group out and keeping it running, things like that. But everyone contributes. But we have systems in place we put for the group to make it work. So apart from just having a Discord, my Discord is put out to all different sections. So I'll quickly look at mine to see what it actually says. So we have, apart from like the normal stuff we have like Mercenary Business, Magic and Conclave, Politics and Senate, Priesting and Synod, Trade and Money, Law and Order, Potions, Battlestones, Trade, Brewing, Mages, Magical AP Lab. Then every kind of quest and plotline we have is also a separate section.
Okay.
So it means that nothing gets lost. So if you're interested in the Magic game, you can just click on the areas of Magic and Conclave, and that's where all of our chats for Magic and Conclave is. Otherwise,
Nice.
especially on a Facebook group, things get very easily lost. So kind of retaining the information of what you did last event is important, especially if there's a new person joining in. They can go, what's going on, click on the relevant thing, and instantly start getting all the information and start asking questions about it. Apart from that, just kind of organising, having a good Discord, which I think is James that did the Discord.
Yeah.
And made that all beautiful. And actually, no, originally the first bit before it got updated was the player Tyburn, Cheery from Dawn. they came in and made the initial Discord group and made it well organized.
That's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, then from there, I think what's really important is we do a couple of things, which is we have an OC and sort of like IC Reaper Council, group council. So instead of one person being in charge of the group, it is a collective.
Yeah.
So on that group for us, we've got James and Eddie and a good group of people. Obviously, our amazing Prince that I know you love so much because of his amazing charisma and force of personality.
I adore him. I absolutely adore him. He is. I think I've seen him in chat already. He is literally. I say this isn't so much about groups. This is going to be building up an individual. If anyone gets the chance to go and speak to him, do it, because his ability to have fun, not give a shit what's going on around him, and big anyone up is unparalleled. It really is. I will say this: the person that I was talking about was him. He is the person who grabbed this player who wasn't having a good time. So, yeah, it was. So, I mean, so fair play, because you've done a phenomenal job. I think, I mean, I know there's a lot of shit going on with the Reapers I see at the moment, but as a group, I can't fault anyone there.
Yeah.
Maybe a few people, but they're just too easy.
And that's the thing with our group. It's because of how we set it up and how we go about doing things. Not having these titles won't affect us. Like, it's going to upset certain things in place. Like, it's not the goal we wanted, but it's not going to affect the group because we create our own plot and game and we dish it out to as many people as possible.
Yeah, massively.
So, and that's going to carry on happening without other things in place. The
Yeah.
fact that we had them before was amazing, and we had loads of fun with them, and the people that got those positions were incredible at them.
Yeah.
And people will remember that.
Yes.
And that will then cause more IC discussions, problems, curses, fallout.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Maybe later on.
I hope so. I really do hope so. Hi Mark, how you doing, buddy? Fish, Salt, Ewart, Ryan, you didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. I will get myself a kebab. Thank you very much. I'll have to get a kebab now. Oh dear. Salt says, "Oh God, not Nick." So, all good. I think as a group you've done something really well. And for me, aspirationally, when it comes to having groups, you lot are where I wanted to make a group be a bit like. I mean, obviously, want to make it better because that's the whole part of it. Who paid you to say such a nice thing about me? No one. No one. I'll only ever tell you the truth, my dude. I will only ever tell you the truth. You're ugly, but you are a nice guy. So we'll stick with that.
He's an incredibly handsome man, and you know it. Like
so ugly. But I just so aspirationally. So with the plowshare, obviously, like don't worry. It's not what my mother says. I'm not going to get into the insults here because it's too easy. But I think when it comes to like the plowshare, and obviously because when I was in Hurst Hall and I was thinking to myself, I'm leaving Hurst Hall. Things aren't great. They're going in one direction. I'm going off in this direction. So we had very different things to. For fuck's sake, right? I'm ignoring chat for a little bit. They're talking about his arse now. So I wanted to make something. So I then had a chat with like Digby and people, and we got the Ploughshare sort of came to be. And the way I looked at it was, we need people who are going to work together. Everyone, decisions are made as a group and stuff like that. And I know that's mainly because Dolly's let slip that you have like a council.
Yeah, so we have IC Council and OC Council. So OC Council is to make sure that if someone goes, I'm upset with this person, and there's a problem, multiple people who are trusted and sort of seasoned LARPers, or just people with good heads on their shoulders, go together and go, no, actually, let's talk about this. This is the best course of action. Everyone goes, yeah, okay, and we go with that. And then we have the IC Council, and that gets put up for re-election every year at the first event.
Nice.
And that's which includes the Prince.
Mm.
And everyone in the group, at the very beginning of the event, votes for every single position.
Yeah.
Which is like Prince, which is head of group, head of magic, head of the military and fighting. So everything has its top position, and everyone votes on it. Whoever gets the most votes wins.
Yeah.
It kind of stops it from being especially for an old or big group, like an old boys club.
Mm.
That it is annoying because I see like a group that's big, and it has one head visit person, and then that character dies, and then next season it's the same person again, but with a new character being the new head of that group. It's not sharing those roles around.
No.
So we've got that system. It seems to be working really well, and because it's a lot of people, everyone chooses who they think is the best. So the best person does keep that position as long as possible, and if they're not feeling it so much, they can step down, because sometimes you can get bored, even if being in charge or being in charge of anything, it can be too much.
Yes, it can be tiring.
Or life things get in the way, because real life should come first.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Decisions can be switched.
Yeah. So 19 total IC roles to play for.
Yeah, so it also creates more game within the group. We've got politics within our own group before we even start.
Yeah.
Looking outside our own tent.
So Pete has brought up something that I was gonna, because it kind of links perfectly into it. It's a tangent away from groups, but I think it's quite a valid chat. Should apply that logic to all IC, to all the Imperial hats and tenure positions. I think all IC positions, like senators, generals, people like that, you can do it for a period of time. That's it. And I think the limit should be on the player, not the character. Well, will be on the player. So, I've been general for 3 years. Okay, right, Steve, you now have to step down as general for a year. Okay, I'm going to make a new character, come back in, everyone knows me, I'll be general again for 3 years. No, you're not allowed to do that now.
Yeah, I think that's the correct way of doing it, to share that around, especially in a game of so many people.
Yeah. So what we've
share position.
Very much, I very much am someone who's pushing for this in game. I've been very much like in the Ploughshare. We have, we've got the Thane, we've got the Steward. So we've got the Thane who's in charge, the Steward who's second. We've got the Huskarl who's in charge of military matters, and we've got the Alderman who is in charge of all the money and trading and stuff like that. Everybody who wants to do magic does magic. Everybody who wants to do artisan stuff does that. Same with apothecary. We are limited to hold that role for 2 years, and then someone else can have a go. So Helen was unanimously just voted back in as Thane, so she can do it for a year. Digby was our Steward. He has now been replaced by his fiancée. So he's been voted out, which was great. Patrick was replaced as Huskarl by myself. and our alderman got a second term. So we know this year we are needing to find a new Thane and alderman. Nice and easy. So anybody who wants it can stand up at E4 and just say, right, good luck for the next alderman. This is your problem now. I know, right?
We're in so much debt.
We're not actually. We're doing so well. Money wise, resource wise, everything. We're flying. We are doing incredibly well. I mean, Hayden has been an absolute breath of fresh air for the group. And we are pretty cushy. We're doing really well. And we got Rabbit as well, or the Chili Man, as he's commonly known. So, we're flying. And Esme is a big deal. She is. So she's taking over as steward. So it's... so we've got Helen and Esme are going to be the two women in charge of our hall. They're trying to decide on a punishment for me in character at the moment as well. I was so rude during the vote. I was so rude. I just kept talking constantly.
I can offer you a really good price on a freezing brand if you like. I'd personally do it just so it wouldn't hurt you as much. It's still going to hurt, but I'd like to do it.
What does it do?
It browns your face. You have like a scar, sort of like a Nike tick. But a particular word is then kind of a particular phrase, usually up to two sentences long. Like, I was rude to my Thane, could be a thing. And now for a year, if anyone goes, why have you got that mark on your face, or what's that mark? You must say the line that was given to you, which was, I was rude to my Thane, or whatever the sentences were. Or you suffer excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Until you say it.
Isn't that what happened to that young lad in your group who, when I was just stood there watching, and you went, "Oh, I think you shouldn't come up with a sentence," and it was because he went missing in the battle, and I just said, "I went missing in the battle because I wanted to fuck a goat."
Yeah, so we could put that on someone's face. It's not very nice, but it is an option.
It's an option. You'll have to speak to the Thane about that one. We need to create the pillory for next event. We've got a long time though. We've got a lot of prep to do. I was a cheeky monkey during hall elections. It works. Cal won't care.
Yeah. So I think the last person I hit with that bit of winter magic was the Archmage of Winter.
That's amazing. That's very cool.
Really happy about that one.
Yeah. So this is something then, because it's like I'm curious about.
Great player, by the way. Yeah.
Sorry.
Great player, by the way. The Archmage. Yeah.
The Archmage. Who is the Archmage of Winter?
I can't remember people's names very well, but
no, I can't.
Yeah, really good player.
So, something that I want to ask about. So, Dawn, I've got to scroll back up in chat. For individual groups, it'll be a trickier due to group size, but if you have a bigger group, then it's probably easier. Yeah, I think so. We're quite lucky because it's 4 positions, and I think we've got like 12 people in the hall, so we can just go around, and everybody supports everybody, so it's not a big thing. Christmas is just around the corner, and then it's only a couple of months tops. Oh. Something uncaring. Ematius. That's Ematius.
Yeah.
There we go. Discipline. So there's obviously groups have IC discipline and OC discipline. The way to deal with things. So, example, I was a twat, an absolute bellend at the last event while we were having our votes and we were deciding who's going into positions. Namely, I volunteered for all of them when I was only allowed to volunteer for one. So I was a bit of a prick. Then I heckled, then I harassed, and I kept on getting told off. IC discipline, easier to do than OC. Because IC-wise, they will just turn around and curse me, do something like that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed, like, to... all the money you make has to go into the hall. Something like that. Something that you could enforce in a game. OC-wise, it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, no one likes doing the OC stuff, and
No.
it's hard. And also trying to make it fair, and that's why I found like the council thing is having a group of people who are sensible and adult,
Yeah,
or can discuss about a particular problem or a situation that may have occurred, and think logically about how we can go about doing that. And
Yeah.
one of those people might be better at speaking to an individual about that than others.
yeah,
So if it's something that I got offended or hurt by something,
yeah,
I'm probably not the best person to then talk to them about it because I'm going to be emotionally driven probably in the wrong direction.
right,
If you get someone else who's also respected and they know is part of the group that could have helped everyone to stay happy and safe, which is a lot of things we have. We have a really good OC guidelines,
yeah,
right? OC group rules, as well as IC rules.
yeah,
Just so everyone knows what the boundaries of what this group is about, which is don't screw over other people's games within the group. Like Knives Out rule, don't stab someone else, stuff like that. If you've got problems, talk about it. We've got a lot of rules and regulations. So having that already, like kind of a sheet of these are the rules of play within the game, stops a lot of problems already.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then if there's a problem, having someone else sort the problem out instead of you doing it personally gets a lot of the emotion out and tries to make it more of a logical conversation.
Yeah,
And deal with it.
Hey Yoga, hey Maury, how we doing? Good to see you. It's easier if you know one another well, but it does involve being able to be assertive when someone is acting the fool. If people are too comfy with one another, it could lead to things being swept under the rug rather than dealt with. So, OC check-in, never ruin the game. Worth doing to avoid issues IC and OC before doing anything. So I've got a pretty good example of this where there's no bad blood. Something I'm going to bring up now involves my hall. I know the people who are involved because my wife has told me, and I know what the issues are. I don't bear any grudges. I'm not annoyed or put out by any of this. The issue was with my daughter, which is totally fine. She's like me, and that's the problem. Whereas I'm very huggy and stuff like that, but I know everybody, and I've known them for a long time. She's only just met people, and she's doing the same thing. You can't do that. It made people uncomfortable. I don't mind that people say they feel uncomfortable, because I'd rather know, because it's an issue I can deal with. So I had to sit down and explain this to her. She's a keen being, bless her, but it's all love. It is all love, but it's still an issue that had to be dealt with. So, in a weird way, I probably wasn't the best person to deal with it. Because, well, I'm a dad. So, but I'm also the best person to deal with it, which is a really weird situation to be in. But we did. We sat down. We had a long chat. She was very upset, but we had to explain that none of this was a bad thing. That she's still only 14 and she's still learning, which is a good thing. My philosophy on dealing with anyone in that in any situation where it's bad is just kid gloves, which I think works quite well. So, like, if Mr. Honzo has a problem, I would literally be, Mr. Honzo, have you got a problem? Have you got a little problem over there? I wouldn't do that at all. But it's literally, like Dawn has said, it's very much on an individual basis. It's the best person for the job to deal with it.
Yeah, and like Chat said, dealing with it quickly is always the best way. Like, don't let things slide.
No.
Even if it's the little things, go, hey, by the way, could you not? Or whatever, depending on the seriousness of the situation. It's usually things that are quite light anyway, but it's like, you haven't really thought about this person when you said this thing. And they go, oh, no, I didn't think about that. So, yeah, it's fine, but, but can you just, in the future? And they go, oh, okay, yeah, fine, no problem at all. But no, sometimes things are more serious or not wrong, and something that I've had to learn over time is that sometimes you just got to get rid of people. Like, and it's not fun or nice, and no one likes doing it, and I especially don't like doing it. Sometimes if someone's just not gelling with your group, or it's just not the way they do the game is not how you want to be doing it, or they're cheating or something in the game. It's like, hey, I think it'd be better in a different group or in a different system. It's just not really with what we're trying to do here in our system. And sometimes you just got to get rid of people. It's very, very, very rare that ever happens, but sometimes you just got to kick someone out.
Yeah. So Pete said sometimes you've got to just ask them to move on before it breaks the vibe of the group.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm well aware. So the 2 feet, as an example, we didn't. And it ruined the group. And the group went from having 20 odd people in it to like 4. And that is when the group recovered. Also put Nick up by about 10%. There you go. I've made you louder. Okay. Yeah, the 2 feet recovered from in that way, but there were someone who has now left the group, has left Empire, but it has left a very bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and it wasn't fun. But we couldn't talk to him. We didn't talk to him first, and it was bad. So we learned from that. When I had queries about my house, I'm upfront about A, my game, and B, we need to chat about wants, needs, expectations, and C, that we should have an OC meeting or catch up before finalising things so we can vibe check one another. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because funnily enough, on Saturday, when I was very drunk, I was so drunk. My babies in Steelstorm in Wintermark, who I've known since they were knee high to, they're all taller than me. Since I've known since they were very small, they, as a group, I had people in their group coming up to me and saying, we're not happy. So I was just like, okay, well, we need to get something sorted then. So I challenged their Thane. I literally bought in a Viking thing called a Hongang. So basically, I'm going to challenge you to a fight, and if I win, I get everything that's yours. So I was going to take over as Thane. That was drunk Steve's rationale. Doesn't work. Didn't work. Morning, sober Steve grabbed the lad. We went off and had a nice chat. And the OC issues came out, and we sorted it. Nothing to do with me, but it was all to do with their group. And we sorted it, and we went through literally every single issue and I said, this is how you should do it. Just do this. So this is our mistake. This is what we've done to correct it. You should just do these. It helps. So what they did was literally had a meeting, and then for the next 2 hours, and then corrected everything. They've gone separate way. It's been wonderful. This is fantastic to get this insight. I'm part of a group looking to put a hall together in E1, and the thought of this kind of thing gives me anxiety. As long as you know the people, Maury, and you're chill, and everybody's wanting the same thing, you'll be fine. I promise you. We IC/OC vibe check in our house in Dawn, and since we're a heavily magic focused house, the same applies to our coven. It's so important. Yes, very, very much so. I will be boosting Miss Pennart as well, because she is an incredibly, as we say in the Hefty Fam, she is get in the bin talented as an artist. She is phenomenal. I think she does 3 commissions an event. So if you get the chance to get paid for a commission, it's great. Really is well worth it. I didn't unfortunately get to see her at E4. So, and when I did, well, the only last time I did see her, I was having a massive brain crash. And she was like, "Can we talk?" It's like, "No." It's like, okay. But she understood. She read and it was so refreshing. Absolutely refreshing. The Reapers helped me settle my IC prices by bigging me up. There we go. Reapers have done so well. We need a hall portrait. We do.
There's a couple of things about just like new groups and kind of starting new groups, and I think important things to have in place.
Go for it.
Apart from before the event starts, OC check-in, and then also OC go through your rules and the OC rules, talk about everything safety stuff. One of the things we do, which I think is really effective, is we have a mask and femme representatives. So if you have a problem, it doesn't have to be with the group, but you're having a problem with the game, and some things you're not really comfortable talking to a femme or a mask person about, you know that there are people in place who have said, I am here to help you with either your game or problems you're having, and having those choices, knowing who they are right at the beginning of the game. So if someone is new, it doesn't even matter if they're new or not, been going for years, they have a problem, they know who they can talk to, and they can choose who they feel more comfortable with talking to as well. Because there's not everything you want to talk to about a guy with, and not everything you want to talk to with.
Yes. Yeah,
I think that you got those options.
I think that's good for every hall, though, is the fact that you don't necessarily have the person in charge or anyone in charge to do those sorts of things. You literally have, like for example, the issue with Lily. People didn't want to come and talk to me about it.
Yeah, so having other people for that.
Yeah, they went and spoke to Helen instead because they felt more comfortable. So I think the big thing, one of the things that happened was Lily was stopping people drinking of an evening. So at 5 o'clock she was running around with them and saying, "Come and do this, come and do this." It's like, "No, mate, I want a beer." They couldn't, because they're responsible, and they're not responsible for looking after Lil. That's my job. So they should have just turned around. I said to them, just send her back. Just tell her to come back to me. That's it. But it's completely understandable that they didn't feel comfortable to do it. So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of things like that. I think I'm very lucky to be doing stuff like this because I'm very supportive of everything and everyone. So, male, female, trans, non-binary, however you identify, I will always have anyone's back. So if anybody wants to come and talk to me, they can. I call people out for transphobia and all of this sort of thing. This is stuff that people need support with constantly. And I think the Reapers are very much a group that do stand for all of these morals. I mean, I know you've got a reputation to uphold, but OC, if I hear of people having any issues, like in the league, I will always send them to the Reapers because I know that there are people there who will always stand up for people who need help. So especially you, Nick.
Yeah.
I know you. I know it's me being nice again, but especially someone like you, Bolam, Dolly, Tiny. It's listing names now. It's just everybody, and it's a great reputation to have. To be honest, I should email PD about you lot and just try to pick you up a bit. So, for reasons. So, but
I'm
it's
sure they love us.
yeah. I agree. It's all lies and slander. We kick imaginary puppies. You do. I know you do. So Bolam asked a question. I think I will say, Maury, if you want to ask questions, then feel free. You can get in touch with me or Nick. Nick will probably be the best person to get in touch with because he's done this a few times and he's put other groups together and he is a lot better at it than me. So yeah, I'm sure Nick will be happy to chat to you, or if you want a message, or if you want to set up a call or anything like that. That's
Yeah, message. Happy for a call whenever. Just get hold of me somehow, Facebook, whatever it is, and help
Maury's
out.
Maury's the person who makes all the rings, and I believe he sold an absolute metric fuck ton to the Reapers last
One
event.
sec.
Oh, you've got one.
Was it this one?
There we go. Really
It's
appreciate.
amazing.
Yeah,
Great, absolutely incredible work.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. So yes, so yeah, have a chat, and then Maury, if Nick can help or if I can help, then just let us know. Me and Maury still need to have a chat about sorting out our hall rings as well because he's going to make them. I have to scroll back up because Bolam asked a question. Let's just keep on going. Let's just keep scrolling. Keep on scrolling. It was a while ago. Distraction question for the pair of you. If you could go off and make a group in a nation you haven't played in before, where and what? Miss Penner, I would love to commission you. Please let me commission you. So there you go. You first, then Nick. Gives me time to have a think.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, no, groups is really different from like an individual character concept because you've got to think of
Yes.
everyone and where they place themselves in it. I really like the idea of probably like a group in Varushka and work really hard on like a kind of a Brothers Grimm aesthetic. There's a lot of really cool rituals you can do that could incorporate a group. And have like really dark, sort of like evil-looking personas on the battlefield. So kind of a terror tactic sort of people, but when they're actually at home and actually on the field in Anvil, they're all about celebrating life and having the time. Like be a really big like kind of loyalty focused on live your best life now because you never know if you're gonna get dragged off the road tomorrow. And you can have really really good kind of like group concepts together around creepy stuff. So you could have a thing where you have gingerbread men in the middle of your tent all put around, but no one eats those gingerbread men apart from one season and one day where you all gather around and you tell a particular story, be dark and creepy, and a part of that ritual is you eat the gingerbread man. And then you make new ones for the next year.
That's cool.
And they all represent people that you've lost through in your veil. Like, there's so much creepy little fun things you can do that are like nice but communal things in the group. There's the things you can do together as your group is your interesting part, because that's your ability to make plot for yourself,
Yes.
or you need to start searching it outside.
Mm.
And if people were walking past your tent, they can look in and go, "What's the gingerbread people about?" Or
That's
whatever it
so
is that is
cool.
the focus. It's
Yeah.
making mystery of things.
Prism Zero, Prismo says Heartnick. Oh, you're getting all the love, my friend. All the love.
Thank you.
Yeah, Miss Penner, I'm on I'm on the dock now. I'll have a quick look through, and yeah, we'll see about getting a commission done. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Varushka is a big one. I like the sound of your group there for Varushka. Helen really wants to go to Varushka as well. I'm enjoying our whole dynamic at the moment. Steve CDM. I don't want to.
Then this will be a picture again.
Oh, it's all right, Dolly. People know where it is. It's in the Discord art channel, so it's fine. It's all there. I do like Highguard. I've literally in the last 18 months, I've gone from doing nothing but Highguard bashing to I'm probably going to go and play there. But it's high on my list now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So there's, as someone you know actually, Dexter.
Yeah, I love Dexter. Yeah.
Absolutely adore Dexter. He came over to an auction and me and him got chatting. Then we dropped out of character because he's been, I think he was struggling at that time. This is like E1, E2 sort of time. He wasn't doing very well, so we went dropped out of character, had a long chat, and he basically told me about his character and all of this sort of stuff. And I saw him at E4, and he was saying how much I've given myself to Stockholm syndrome, pretty much, to be honest. How much he loves it in Highguard. So Scott, no surrender in chat, who I've got a lot of time for, he loves Bone Pie. Nick, it's Eve. I've literally just made an account to thank you for being such a fantastic leader.
Oh.
Aww.
Thank you.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's really nice.
You gonna cry?
No.
Come on. You're not living in the moment. I mean, when I get a lot of love like thrown at me from chat, I end up in tears because I can't handle it. But yeah,
he was an amazing player as well. By the way, she's relatively new to LARP, and she's just jumped in and has done such incredible stuff. You did amazing at heading a Mag 50 AP ritual last event, and she jumped in first time leading anything, and they're like, "Who's up for leading this?" And she just jumped in, didn't even think about it, and smashed it. And people even came up to her afterwards and said that ritual was incredible. That was really good fun.
That's
So
so
we do
cool.
dramaturgy and stuff. So yeah, so well done to them.
I love hearing this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get I had a ritual done on me at E2 for the Chaos Forests. And one of the people who did it was a spring coven, and there was a lad in there who must have been 11, 12, and he was involved. I mean, obviously he was only doing as an apprentice, but he was involved in doing the ritual and doing everything. And he was so good. He was absolutely phenomenal. And I know that Helen has spoken to Ryan about because Helen gets very nervous about doing things. She overthinks stuff too much, and that, like, don't we all? She's spoken to Ryan about wanting to do more role play and dramaturgy in the rituals and stuff. So I know that they've sat down and agreed that they want to do it more. So I know there's a lot of numbers involved in Magic, isn't there? and I think that's where I switch off. So I do like the Austin Powers thing of we're doing this, going back in time, then oh no, I've gone boss-eyed. Yeah, that's what I'm like with Magic, unfortunately.
You only need one person to do the maths, and then it's done.
Helen is latest A-lister to join my coven. It's yeah, it'd be good because you can do like maths. I know, Fish. It's horrible.
Fish is our maths guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, Helen would be as well. I mean, she's the one it does all the science, so she loves it. I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah. So I think for me, I'd go High Guard, Math Magics, Math Magician.
Mathomancy is very important.
Oh wow, Mathomancy, Math Magician, Math Magics. So that's just a T-shirt in the making, isn't
it? I need to get him a Mathomancer T-shirt. I'm the Crimson Reaper Mathomancer.
That's amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, speaking of that, I need to go and see House Mortaire in Dawn because I've got Bone Liao that they're very interested in buying. So yeah, a lot of fun game there. It's not actually active plot, it's just stuff that they're interested in. So I need to get that sorted. But I think for me, as a group, High Guard. Within High Guard, what would the focus of the group be? I'd probably I got one, but we're interested in. Oh, of course, yeah. If you're making all that money, then yeah, you can buy one. The goths are interested in goth drugs. I've got so many drugs. I got new drugs. Sorry, complete tangent. Nick, I got new drugs.
What's the new drugs?
There are two.
Can you tell me about the new drugs? Are you allowed to tell me?
I'm literally. There were two NPCs that came into the field, and they literally came to find me. And said, "We've got this. Are you interested?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And they just said, "This is what it does, and it's really out there, and blah blah blah." Then I had a dance with them, and I bought the drugs. The good time NPCs. They were wonderful. They were so much fun. So I bought their drugs off of them, and they wanted to go and buy more drugs to sell more drugs, but they were too late because timeout happened. So no one else could buy any. So I'm literally the only person with it. Super Yellow Lotus is a lot of fun. This was... I can't remember the names of it, but they're really out there. They are out there. So I've got one that gives you a high for 2 hours. I don't know if I've got the energy for it.
There was a new drug. We gave it to our playwright, and then I made him do a dramaturgical performance whilst incredibly high, and it was amazing.
That's very cool.
Is it something dust?
Bone dust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somehow he got hold of one.
Depends which one you take.
Everything's fine.
Is everything fine?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then, because the other one kills you.
He didn't die. Otherwise, that would have really messed up the performance, and I would have booed him. But he did.
God Notices is called Cat Piss. Yeah. But it's fun. It's an interesting one to take, that's for sure. But yeah, I think I'd go High Guard, and I think as a group I'd probably go uber religious. I think I've slowly been getting in more involved in the religion game. And I think doing something like that could be a lot of fun. But I'd have to find a specific sort of group. I think Kyle's been a bit of an inspiration from that one, who plays Silas in High Guard. High Guard Bell Inspector. That'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? I'm sorry, I'm here to inspect your bell. It's too small. That's 15 thrones, please. See how long it would take for the magistrates to execute me.
You've got a license for that. No problem. I've got a bunch of pre-existing licenses here. Just put your name down here. 2 crowns. It's the official bell license.
Oh, can you imagine?
Anyone comes up to you again asking for your bell license, just show them the certificate. No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Next one.
Oh dear.
There's a character in the Marches, and he does eel licenses. It's either with an eel. He has to make sure that you have an eel license.
Yeah, I saw him. He came around. Huh? Ooh, announcement though. I got my tiny lady bell a husband. Oh, excellent. Well done, Scott. So you got 2 bells now. One a little bit bigger, one small lady bell, bigger bell. You're telling me that I gave away my cat piss and it's not bad. That's frustrating. Nick is our Larp daddy. Aww.
Are you saying these lovely things? I haven't...
Prism. Whoever they are. Like a medieval holy relic seller. But it's bell licenses. Could you imagine? Highguard would have you Highguard would string you up. It'd be done. It'd be so much fun though. But
I know, sell licenses for bells. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, love it.
But I think
I was thinking bell tents, not bells. I'm such an idiot.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, I think Highguard and I think something religious. Because it's like Dexter says he's having a lot of fun doing it. Kyle's been a bit of an inspiration there with it all, and Ginny is just phenomenal. I've just had no reason to go and talk to her in. I do now, because I was asking questions about God. Sorry, the Creator, and I actually managed to get around to doing it. And I spoke to Kyle, play Silas, about it all, and he was just like, I can't even talk about it because it's current plot. Fuck.
Stop ruining things for everyone.
I'm not saying a thing. But there's a lot of stuff going on then. Handing out fines for your bells not ringing in tune. Ding, ding, dong. Oh, shit. Wow, that's a £5 fine, I'm afraid. Sorry. Is Silas God then? Might as well be. He's doing so well. But no, I was talking to Silas about it, and Silas just went, "Did you hear about this thing that happened?" And I was just like, "Yes." It was just like, the last thing they said was the Creator, and then they blew up. It's like, oh, interesting. Can I write to you? It's like, yes, because I'm busy. Okay. This one is an ancient bell hallowing, the only one to survive the burning of the library by Nicovar. Only 3 thrones. Has 5 in stock. Oh, Pete, you need... That would be amazing. Coming out of the Brass Coast as well. You need to do it. I think Highguard religion, doing that sort of game, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do. But I think that'll be at a time when I'm looking at Empire and going, I'm probably going to start winding down my involvement. I might look at other things to do, and that. So we just had a lot of stuff pop up there. It's good stuff. Broken wheel sorted. Yep. Bone pie. Have you spoken to the Mithril man yet? Unfortunately not. K Dolman. Hi, I'm going to be attending my first Empire at E1 next year, possibly with my partner. I'm also the random who applied to your... Oh, wonderful stuff. Welcome to the stream. Who applied to do my charity tabletop game on Twitter. So I'm doing Make-A-Wish again in October. So, Nick, you are obviously more than welcome to reprise your role in the Aliens game.
Yes, I'd love that. I would enjoy that Aliens game.
Wonderful.
I love being horribly horribly mentally tortured
Yep.
and then eaten.
Same goes for you, Pete, as well. You're more than welcome to do that. I'm also. What would you both say is the best way to go about finding a group to join for a new player coming alone, or just a couple of you? Would it depend on the kind of game you're looking for, or is it more nation specific? Great question.
Yeah, I would say it's not nation specific.
No.
You should go with a nation that appeals to you best.
Yes.
For whatever reason that is. If you like, because one kit, there's lots of different kit. Not I would say kit standards, but some kit is easier to source than others.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's what you like, what's your personal preferences and stuff. What caused you do that first. Because if you choose that, you're gonna be fine. And then don't choose a group before you turn up to the event.
No.
Go as a solo with a strong idea of what you want, and also just make it part of your game that you're looking for a group and join it in play. Because then you get to know people face to face and what they're like. And
I see. I would say don't join a group OC. Exactly the same, but I would say get to know people OC. So when you turn up in the field, you're not stood there going, I don't know anyone. You're going, right, I know these people. So, for example, we had Charlie in Wintermark who came to work in the pub. She didn't know anybody, but we said, you can come and see us, not join the hall, but it gave you a place to fall back to if needed. So you have that safety net. So depending on your nation, so I would say, like, if you were going off to join the Navarre, say I'd put you in touch with the 2 feet and just say, right, they are there. So if you are really struggling, so you can know them, but you're not in the group, but you will know them to come in and go, I'm struggling with this, or I'm going to go off and do that. So do you know anyone who's involved in this? And then you just go off and you do that. So that should be a command. Try exclamation links, Dolly. That should work. But yeah, I think that's a way of doing it as well. Know someone out of character who you can go and talk to, and then you'll get a rough idea of where to go from there. If you want to know anything, any questions or anything like that, if Ryan or anyone, there we go, there's the links. Right at the bottom there's my Discord. Jump into that. You feel free to ask questions in there, ping me a message. I'll happily help out in any way I can. So yeah, Pete, if you fancy aliens as well, mate, let us know. We'll get the band back together. So, question: what do you have to say about group member numbers? Is there an ideal group size at Empire? 69? Nice. I don't think there's an ideal group size. I think once you get too big, it becomes difficult to handle.
Yeah, I think it's the ideal group size is what you can manage.
Yeah.
And that's nothing down to individual's ability. It's just managing a group takes up OC time, and everyone has a life that's going on. I've taken more of a back seat recently, and James has been stepping up, and also other people in the Reaper Council because of life stuff. Because to be honest, things were hard after I decided to rip my arm off. So I wasn't typing as much. But because we've got this group of amazing players, they all came together and helped disperse more. They're doing it beforehand anyway. I'm just making an excuse for myself. But
Pete
yeah,
said ideal group size is somewhere between 1 and 3,000. It's got a point.
Yeah.
It's got a point. Could you imagine? I wonder how PD would react hypothetically if everyone in the field decided, right, we're all leaving our nations, we're all going to make a league player, and we're all going to join the Reapers.
I would love it because I get to see how much James would have a panic attack and just constantly getting calls that I'll ignore as he's trying to get hold of me to give me abuse about what have I done.
It would be so cool.
Yeah.
It would so
and then
cool.
we go, tell you what, we'll steal these players and we'll create our own Larp. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think there's an ideal size. I mean, it's when you get so big that you can't, that people are missing out. I think that's what Chris just said. Yeah, people are missing out on things because you can no longer tell who's in your group, and when you can't tell who's in your group, the group's too big. I think that's pretty much it. When you are holding a whole chat or a group chat and you can't have enough time to get everybody involved in the conversation, or you have to split it over to two.
Everyone in the building.
Yeah.
Or tent, but yeah.
So you are probably, I mean, I think that's what Scott said, 20 to 30. So we'll make our own LARP with blackjack and hookers. Auto mod, what are you doing? So shall we start another recruitment drive then? No, that's a. I think that's a no.
I'm waiting for the abuse to come up from.
20 to 30. Let's scroll down. Yeah, people start being missed out. All of the no. Eternal send heralds to ask why your sect is so big. Enforce Soka wearing with beatings. Whose birthday is in 13 days? I have a tendency to do nothing for me since I've started the Hefty Yeti. So I get told off a lot. And for the first 2 years of doing this, I did nothing for myself. I've given away tens of thousands of pounds worth of stuff to other people, and then I get told off by people like Dolly, Bolam, Ryan, literally everyone who knows me, and they told me to do something for myself. So this is my birthday month. It's actually add another 30 quid to that because I've had 10 quid's worth of bits, and Ryan has sent me money as well. So
what are you doing?
So yeah, it was actually my birthday at the beginning of the month, but I thought I had avoided it until I got reminded. So the plan was, if I got 500 quid, I was going to buy myself a PS4. 5. I got a PS4. No one wants them. But yes, you did buy me a beer as well, Scott. Thank you. You're actually the first. So thank you, Scott. I am having a beer. James is playing D&D. We can say whatever we want. No consequences until tomorrow when he watches it later. There you go.
Good. So we're getting that 3,000 people join the Crimson Reapers. OC team has messaged me, apart from James, saying that's all fine.
Excellent.
If everyone could have in the chat just could have messaged me your name, I'll add you to the Discord group, and we'll get this going.
Yeah.
And James will be fine with it.
Exactly.
Memento Mori Uke donated £20. Get something pretty.
Oh, Maury, thank you so much. Donated 20 quid and said, get something pretty. I tell you what I'm planning on doing, because I'm not going to get enough to get a PS5. I've been looking at the Steam sale. So I actually bought myself Far Cry 6. I love the Far Cry games. So I've been enjoying that. Yeah, the Steam sale looks good. If I get enough, I might get myself Starfield. I think that'll be a lot of fun. It's too late, Dolly. It's out of his hands now. So recruitment drive for the Reapers then. We'll put it up everywhere. free to join.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, someone
But in all
subbed.
seriousness, probably not, because James will murder me. He'll murder me and everyone I love until there's enough room to fill in the people that are joining.
True story. True story. There's a hype train going as well. This is wonderful. Buy a dolly body pillow. No. No.
Where can I get a dolly body for that?
I don't want to know. I don't know. It's called. It's a shop that's called fucking Nightmares. My God. Could you imagine? That's horrible. Ooh. Oh dear, oh dear. Love you, Dolly. But no. So yeah, so that's what this is for. That's a birthday thing. So happy belated birthday. September babies are easily the best. Very much so. 3rd of September for me. I was always the eldest in school. Well, in my year. So yeah, very, very odd. But I think that's a lot of stuff there. But you don't tend to get. I mean, obviously you've removed someone from your group and that, so you don't really tend to get that much OC drama because the Reapers are, well, phenomenal. Thank you.
Thank
Gifted
you.
a sub. So,
But yeah, I think we're just really lucky with the people that we have in the group, and we kind of randomly collected. We have so many amazingly talented people,
yeah,
and part of the whole group and how we do things is we are there to build up everyone's game, and try and make sure that everyone has a place and gets put where they're interested in. So
yeah.
so one of the things we do is every head of each thing. We've got 19 positions, by the way, in our group.
Yeah, I know. I said earlier.
Yeah. But the main ones got heads of magic, head of religion, head of commerce stuff. There's all like a secondary role to those as well. But the head for every event makes a list of objectives for everyone who's interested in that side of the game
Yeah,
to go off and do. So it might be, okay, if you're interested in trade, we'll give out one throne to everyone who's interested in trade, and your objective is to try and come back with a throne and a bit,
yeah, makes
or
sense.
whatever it is. But yeah, everyone comes up with objective or game to play, and even if people aren't interested in particularly those particular things, just playing a fighter. Say just playing a fighter. If you're playing a fighter, we want to get to experience more of the game and like the politics and and who knows who, because it's very much a game about knowing people,
Yeah,
being introduced. Be a bodyguard for someone, or an advisor for someone who's going off and doing some meetings, or going off to military council, or wherever it is someone's going to. If there's 3 bodyguards to one person to say, hi, we're the Crimson Reapers, or whatever your group is, and we want to do this, or we're representing this idea,
yeah,
you automatically look more important because you have people with you
yeah,
who. And then also, after you've had a conversation or meeting of someone, they've been listening in, and you can go, right, how did that conversation go? How do you think it went? They're like, oh, actually, they look quite nervous when you said this. Or I think you could have pushed more for this. Or did you mean to be that guy? Whatever it is, you have other people to bounce off how you thought that conversation went, or whatever your objective was, and
yeah.
carry on.
'Cause I've always said to people, if you want to get involved in the drug game, come find me. And I've just given them drugs and said, go out sell it. And then that's it. That's been literally it. And it's given them conversations, it's given them things to do. And that's all that matters to me. I don't care about the money. I'm more interested in giving people something fun to do and having a laugh. So, It feels mean if I let people bodyguard me. I do way too much walking. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. You'd be dead.
It's not for everyone.
No. So yeah, thank you for the 2 subs, a couple of 100 bits. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much. Reminds me, I need to ask you about a couple of things. Oh, Honzo gifted a sub to Hayden. Thank you very much. I need to ask you a couple of things about being Master of Hearts. I also may or may not have referred to myself as Mistress of Hearts.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, whatever pronouns, that's whatever. So we in our group have, I think for obvious reasons, that we have a Master or Mistress of Hearts in the Reapers, which is all about getting contracts for marriages. Because in the league, we don't marry for love.
Nope.
That's silly. We marry for business contracts and to get 2 groups together for mutual benefits. And so we have a person who's in charge of that, and Eve won that position last event. Before was done by an amazing cat called Charlemagne, who is our resident bard.
Right. Okay.
Incredible. But yeah, it's a really fun position that just creates fun roleplay opportunities. Because if you mess it up, amazing roleplay. If it's amazing, amazing roleplay. It doesn't matter because it's got position. It doesn't really matter how you play it. It will create game.
And that's all you want.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the great. I think something will. Getting married at Empire sounds fun but expensive. Not really. I mean, I got married year 1. I think it was E4. Nearly died. The bridal party poisoned me. They gave me venom when venom was dangerous. So venom at
Was
year
that when
1.
it was 0 hits?
Zero.
Or 0 seconds.
Yeah. Oh no, 0 seconds.
Yeah.
So your bleed out was you didn't have a bleed out. And then the 2 feet. Then my group's ritual was to beat the shit out of me. I was on 1 hit, and they were watching as the bridal party circled me, and I was like, I'm on 1 hit. And because the bridal party were like, turns out they were protecting me because they knew that if I took 1 hit, I'm dead, completely, game over, dead. It would have been a hell of a wedding, but weddings were a lot of fun. But there's a lot of conversations that need to have with a lot of people about boundaries and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's a whole stream on boundaries when it comes to that.
That's boundaries and I can't think of the word. Consent. That's the word.
Yeah.
Massive deal. If there is no consent, don't want it near me. It's if there's consent, then go for it, go ham. But if there's no consent, don't do it. Really, really easy. Mr. Honzo, Honzo wants an orc princess.
Yep, so that's the Reaper Prince. He's been wanting an orc princess for years now. And we'll work on it. We're working on it. But,
I should help with that. I could sort that for him easy. Next stream, boundary conversations and a hammer with Steve. That's literally it. Don't get me started. Just don't get me started. I've had too many people coming up to me to say this person's doing this and I don't like it and I don't know what to do about it. I'm just like, I'll fucking deal with it. Because I just will. I know PD don't like it when I do it, but I will deal with it. And so example, Belle Delphine, for example, comes to Empire. And she's lovely.
Are we saying that? Or you want to edit that later?
I probably will edit that later.
Yeah.
And she's such a lovely person. She is insanely lovely. And her other half, They're great people. And I had to step in for an old perv who was following her around, and I just basically put him in his place. I haven't seen him since. I don't know if he even still comes to Empire. I fucking hope not. People piss me off. Really, really piss me off when it comes to that sort of stuff. So, yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. But as you say, that is another stream. That really is another stream. So, I think we'll have to call it there, because I just noticed the time, and obviously because I've been left to my own devices, against my better judgment, I need to make sure that Lily is. There are always a few, unfortunately, very, very much so, Jazz, and I'll stand in to defend everyone if I can. So, I do need a kebab, but that's not that's not the point. I need to make sure Lily is sorted, because she's got school. She's in bed at 9, so she needs to be sorted out, and that. So I think we'll call that there. Nick, thank you so much for agreeing to come on with like 20 minutes notice.
It's no problem. I'll just make some stuff up. But
welcome to my world. We'll have to do one with you talking about your own your LARP company.
Yes, yeah, I got two more events next year. At Eversley.
Excellent.
Yeah, so 2 more portences. So
nice.
And it went down really well last time, so they want some more.
Very popular.
We're going to do it. Yeah. Love it. It's good fun.
We'll have to talk about that, and I'm going to have a chat with Digby, because me and Digby have decided to start our own. We're doing another a little LARP project between us called Two Chaps Go LARPing. And basically, we want to, as a group, as a pair, like we did for Copenhagen when we went to the Epic Armory Gathering. Mm-hmm. My editing for that, 9.5 hours worth of footage. It's disgustingly long. Every time I sit down to do it, it breaks me in half. We want to do more of that. So basically, we want to sit down, go to LARPs together, film it, talk about it, and put it out so people can see. But not just like Empire, CP, LT, all the iLARP stuff, your stuff. We want
I jumped onto CP, saying we'd all go together, and then you bailed to have a lovely time in
Copenhagen. I know, Copenhagen. Right? Yeah. So we want to do that, but we want to visit all of the LARPs around the country. So like the one where you have, there's this LARP here that happens, I don't know, just outside Bristol. It's got 7 people. Excellent, we'll come. We want to come and play. And we want to put it out there just to basically show that you can do all this stuff all over the country. And I think it's going to be...
You've been to Eversley yet yourself? I can't remember if you've been to...
Not to play, no. So, and I do need to.
Do it. They're amazing.
Yes, I do need to, and I keep on getting told by them that you have to come and play. It's like, yes, I know, I really want to, and we keep on talking about getting them on stream as well, and everything just keeps.
And Johnny, yeah, get them.
Yeah, it keeps on falling apart basically. So, but then again, I suppose I could just get them on to. I could just do it all in the field at Empire. If they're not busy, or I'll just have to go and have a chat with them and do something like that. So, I'll give you a lift. Oh, Triz! See, I was looking at Unicorn Prawn, thinking I recognise that name. Great to see you, man. That's awesome. That's so cool. Triz came over to us last event and was there. I was so good to see him when he's not rushing about as camp planner. It was so nice to see him. It was so cool. I would love to see a Portents live stream. Yeah, we can do that. if I oh, my laptop's about to die. Oh well.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely up for doing a
Yeah,
Portents,
we'll get that
chat.
sorted. I'll see if me and Digby can get tickets to Portents, and we can do that as a thing.
Yeah, no, amazing.
So yeah, right. Let's go and see who's live and see if we can raid someone. Digby is live. Let's go raid Digby. Thank you everybody for watching. Nick, thank you for bringing your handsome face on.
No problem.
And go and give Digby. We are unable to raid Digby. Why are we unable to raid Digby? Start raid. They're not doing it. Right, we're going to lose our faces for a second. Oh, he's stopped. There we go. So we're going to do someone else. Ready to raid. I know our cameras have gone, but thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Nick, for coming on. Go and give some love to the Mini Arcana. They're playing a bit of Minecraft. Go and give them all the love in the world. Much love to you all. See you soon. Take care.
Bye.
That was cool. Just